Hey guys, and welcome back. So, we are currently at that abandoned campsite just before the Cabot trail we had stayed at on the way to Sydney in Newfoundland before. We figured if it's free, I think we were at, I can't remember what campsite stall we were at, but if we got these campsite stalls to ourselves, might as well use them. We did an oil change while we were here too. Apparently no one in Sydney, which is the biggest town kind of on the east coast here of Nova Scotia, wanted to do the oil change, so we did it ourselves. And I smacked my nose standing up. I stood up and just cranked myself on our mirror with my glasses on, so don't mind that guy. But
I think the reason they didn't want to do the oil change is because it didn't fit in the bay, right?
yeah, all their bays were either too short, and they were all the kind where they'd lift you up. They didn't have any of the drive over kind like we have out west that say Great Canadian Oil Change. They all just had these weird little like local ones.
So the goal of this video is to show you guys some of our favorite spots from all of Atlantic Canada. So pretty much we've got this like ideal road trip kind of picked out where we're going to be starting in Nova Scotia at the Cabot Trail, doing the Cabot Trail, coming down and taking a ferry from Nova Scotia to Prince Edward Island, and then taking the bridge from Prince Edward Island to the Bay of Fundy in New Brunswick. So that's like pretty much our favorite spots from this whole east side of the trip here.
There's also Louisbourg Fortress we did. You could add that on. It's only half an hour away from this area, so that's super fun.
Alright, let's hit the...
Time to check out and get out of this campground, guys. Ooh, quick pullover, but check out that beautiful footage. And that's just the first pullover up the hill here. How great are the views here, hey? So nice. The views are perfect. All these beautiful pullover spots. The road has a nice like S-swerve to it, so I imagine riding a motorcycle on the Cabot Trail or just driving the Cabot Trail in general, it's enjoyable in itself. Such a relaxing drive. It's like an 80-kilometer zone, if that, sometimes even down to 60s or less, and you just swerve along and enjoy it. So even in the RV, it's perfect. Good old Cabot Trail. I think the plan is tonight we're going to try and maybe push on to, we were hoping that Alysha lighthouse we liked, but it's 4 and a bit hours away from here still, so we'll see what we get up to, but let's see, guys.
Alrighty guys, so we saw this cool looking old building the first time that we came to the Cabot Trail, but by the time we saw it we couldn't really stop and we'd have to like turn around to come see it. So on this way through we saw it and we were able to stop, so we're gonna go check it out. It's on this little hiking trail in the national park here, so let's see what it's all about. So this building has some pretty cool history actually. I guess in Scotland, the Isle of Skye, there was a group of people who were exiled from the Isle of Skye. So they came and they boated over to this area here and immigrated to Canada. I guess there was a big section of land, like 100 acres, that was donated to the government and turned into the national park, I guess, or part of it. And when it was donated, the person who donated it just asked that they make a traditional, what's it called, a shelling?
Yeah. A
traditional shelling. So these would be the kind of buildings that you'd see in the Isle of Skye in Scotland. So they did a little reconstruction, they have some plaques about them. It's a pretty cool spot.
A little bit of road construction on the Cabot Trail lately. They have been working on this when we drove through last time as well, but there has been worse views to wait with. Look at the ocean and cliffside out the windows here.
Quite a few times tomorrow, so we have a couple of options on times that we can get there, but tonight we're going to stay at another harbor here in Nova Scotia. It's actually called Pigs Cove Harbor, so the drive has been super pretty with the sun setting, so pretty good night. Good morning guys! So, we're here at Pigs Cove. pretty good sleep last night, and this place is beautiful. We're not hanging out here too long at Pig's Cove because we're actually going to try to catch the 2:45 ferry out to PEI. We've still got quite a bit of a drive to get to the ferry. I think it's 2 hours or something like that. And we have to be there early to try and get a spot because you can't reserve spots on this ferry. Well, actually you can reserve a spot, but you have to pay $80 to reserve a spot on this ferry. How it works on PEI is you pay when you leave the island. You pay either $45 on the bridge when you leave or $79 on the ferry when you leave. But if you want to reserve a spot going to the island, you still have to pay the $79. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to arrive a bit over an hour early and hope for the best, hope we can get on the ferry. The reason that we chose this sailing time actually, and it's kind of like a last minute decision, was because we found out that they have live music on this ferry sailing. So they only have it twice a day, but we're gonna try and catch it, guys. Yeah, we're super excited to be getting back to Prince Edward Island. We really liked it. We really liked the vibes, and we really enjoyed clamming. So if all goes to plan, we're going to be going clamming again and making some more delicious food out of the clams that we harvest ourselves. So super excited. Let's hit the road.
So, we are just pulled over right now in this town called Antigonish? I don't know how they pronounce it, but they have this Shell gas station we're at here, which has a water station for free, and their gas is only $1.13 a liter, which I think is the cheapest we've seen, and I don't even know how long. That's really cheap. Almost the cheapest on the whole trip, but not quite as cheap as Alberta. But still, $1.13. We were paying like $1.31 in Newfoundland, so 18 cents cheaper on say 100 liters. We're looking at $18 right there. Right on. So we are gonna finish up here, and then we probably have another 45 minutes to the ferry, and then we'll be back in Prince Edward Island, guys. Alrighty guys, so we are at Pickdown Ferry Terminal here, which is on the northern part of Nova Scotia, as we get ready to go back to Prince Edward Island via ferry. And we got here 55 minutes early, and they had room for us. 8 campers still, it said. So that's good to know. We were worried to be too full on a weekend or whatever, but you've got to wait one more ferry ride out, kitty. One more ferry ride until we head back to BC.
Good night, America, how are you? I said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done.
And here we are at the Home Depot / Walmart parking lot. And then tomorrow we got a really cool boondocking spot planned. It's a lighthouse that should have an overlooking view of Charlottetown, and it's near a clamming beach we got planned out. So we should have a super good day tomorrow. Catch you guys in a bit here, and we are gonna settle into Charlottetown life again. While Alysha has the editing going, I am going to make tortiglione. And I'm gonna make it into like a mac and cheese with chicken thighs cooked in it we gotta use up. So cooking with Luke tonight too, coming at ya. Okay then, so I have got my ingredients prepped down here. I have got my chicken thighs pan fried, and I got my cheese chopped up. Just diced some cheddar. I don't even know if we own a cheese grater. I don't think we do. But it seemed like that'd be too much cleaning anyway, so I just diced up the cheese, got that ready to go. Now I've got to make a roux, which I don't really have any experience doing overly, so let's hope this turns out well. Alysha is in the background getting the video up to you there. And I am getting hungry, so back to cooking. Okay, slight oopsie. I was making my sauce in the big pot, but I need that one for my tortiglione noodles. So, I had to switch them, but back on track here, guys. homemade macaroni with homemade cheese sauce and pan-fried up chicken thighs. Alysha wanted macaroni and cheese on editing day today, so I think this comes through pretty good if you ask me. Alysha, dinner's ready!
Join us next time when we try our hand at clamming again, cross the bridge into New Brunswick, check out Hopewell Rocks, and try our very first lobster roll. Spoiler alert, it's delicious.